What is up, guys? This is the ZeusTuber, and today I am back with a review of The Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 3, titled 4 Walls and a Roof. Now, this is not my personal review. All credit goes to SpoilerTV.com, and in particular, Romain Arsust, who is the guy who's been doing these early preview reviews that don't really contain any major spoilers, but they do strongly hint at several things throughout the episode. So there aren't any huge spoilers, but they do definitely tease, if not, but it basically tells what's going to happen without really specifically saying anything, if that makes sense. So this review is another raving review, and I figured I'd share it with you guys. Now, you can find a link to this on the Spoiling Dead fans Facebook page, and there's a link to them in my description. And if you want to read it for yourself, you can, but it's not necessary. So this is what Romain had to say about 4 Walls and a Roof. The quality of the 5th season is very high for now. The first 3 episodes are on the same level. Gimple has really found the way to balance the emotional and action-packed side of The Walking Dead. Last week's shocking ending finally confirmed what we've all been thinking since last year. The termites are indeed cannibals. Gareth and his friends ate Bob's leg right in front of them, and it was absolutely shocking and disgusting. He says, "I can understand cannibalism when you don't have a choice, but I believe the termites had a choice, and they chose to eat another person." I would agree with this statement that they do have a choice. They could go and try scavenging like Rick's group. They don't have to actually eat people. So yeah, they're just messed up. And this week, Gareth will be more crazy than usual, and he is definitely a true psychopath. Let's see. Luckily, last week, our favorite survivors found a safe place for now, Gabriel's church, and Seth Gilliam as Father Gabriel, in Romain's opinion, and mine, is a very good addition to the cast. I wasn't very interested in his character at first, but now I am. He helped Rick and his friends, but since Bob, Daryl, and Carol disappeared on their very first night at the church, Rick will have to be suspect of Gabriel after everything he's been through. He has to, right? So that's understandable. We see a little bit of that in the teaser. So Father Gabriel will have no choice but to reveal his terrible secret. We will know what happened at his church, what he did to deserve to be burnt for. I'm satisfied that the writers wasted no time and revealed Gabriel's past. It's a powerful scene. Seth Gilliam is quite stunning in it, so we had that to look forward to for Sunday night. Gabriel's revelation will come quite early in the episode because 4 Walls and a Roof is a very intense episode. Here's a list of what to expect in this episode. A lot of people, myself included, believe Bob had been bitten during the attack at the food bank last week, so the termites might have eaten what is called tainted meat. Well, in the very first minutes of the episode, we will see if we were right. Actually, the first scene of the episode is very disturbing, but not in the exact same way than last week's ending. Since the start of the season, the opening scenes of each episode were really intense and interesting. I guess that's the formula to keep audiences for the whole episode. We will also see a very heated discussion between Rick and Abraham. The argument is about what to do next. Abraham wants to get Eugene to DC as soon as possible, but Rick can't go just yet without his whole group. Tension between those two will certainly rise, and one of the survivors will make a surprising choice in order to calm them both. Daryl and Carol took off last week searching for Beth, so we could have expected to finally see Beth again. Well, we're wrong, because she is not going to be seen in this episode. It doesn't mean we won't see Daryl or Carol, though. The church will be attacked, and it will be so stressful to watch that scene, Romain can assure us. The tension will be so high, and he felt like it flew by in just a blink of an eye. I could only watch my screen and hope for the best. It's a truly exceptional scene. So that's definitely pretty cool. And for some of you might be thinking, that's kind of a spoiler that they attack the church. Well, I mean, if you saw the promo, you basically know that's going to happen. I mean, it's just common sense at this point. We will see Michonne's sword, and it's not long until she gets it back. There's some surprising and terrifying walkers that attack in the woods. Apparently, he jumped out of his chair during this scene, so it might be a pretty good jump scare in there, which I believe is what we saw in the Talking Dead preview clip there, but I could be wrong, maybe it's a different clip. Gareth will reveal his theory about who tastes better amongst humans and why. He will also reveal his ties to the people of Terminus. The group will have to say goodbye to one of their own, which is very sad. My prediction for that is that it's probably going to be Bob. I'd be surprised if it was anyone else, but it's probably going to be Bob. And lastly, which is probably the most awesome tidbit of the episode, Rick will prove one more time how far he is willing to go to protect his family and friends. You don't want to mess with him now. It will be less crazy than biting someone's throat, but still, Rick will have his psycho moment. So that is probably, if you've read the comics, this is a spoiler if you haven't read the comics. But in the comics, spoiler, Dale gets Bob's little scene there where he gets his leg eaten, and after Rick and everyone find the hunters' camp, Rick and everyone, they basically brutally murder the hunters. Well, they deserve it, but Rick just goes off on them, so I'm betting we'll see that in this episode. Four Walls and a Roof is a very emotional and yet full of major and decisive moments episode. If Gimple and his team continued in that direction, this 5th season will be the best season yet. It's amazing how we can care for each character, how many things are happening at the same moment. It's such a great evolution since the show started. The show has now found its path, and it's such a pleasure to follow Rick and his group surviving in the Walker's world. And lastly, Romaine has some quotes from the episode for us, which we can guess who says them. Firstly, we have, looking at them makes me feel better about things. Second, I'm starting to like this girl. 3, so what is it? The good that came out of this bad. 4, it's not your call. 5, you're not taking the bus. 6, we can get through all it together. Now, we know that Glenn says that because he says that in one of the promos. 7, I have an idea. 8, it could have been us. 9, you idiots. And 10, it's just 4 walls and a roof. So, this has been the ZeusTuber, guys. I know you guys are excited for 4 Walls and a Roof, airing on Sunday, October 26th, only on AMC. And for those of you international viewers, you can watch it on Monday, the 27th, on Fox UK. So, yeah, remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later with another video.